4, we're going to repeat really fast.
We have to repeat.
For day 4 of Healthy Habits Challenge, today we're going to be talking about hydration and a lot of the misnomers around hydration and what you can do to actually get water into your cells. We hear all the time that, like, I drink a ton of water and I'm feeling dehydrated. That's because water is only one of the foundational things that you need for proper hydration. And so really, really
So what are
important.
the other things?
Yeah, so the other things, yeah, we'll get to all those other things. But I wanted to first really focus on water's your first foundation, right? And then the importance of making sure you have clean water, regardless of where you are. Your refrigerator filter is not going to be adequate. A Brita filter is not going to be adequate. Even those of us in the Bay Area, particularly like San Francisco, the water sources we're blessed with are much cleaner than any of the water sources, most of the water sources that people are getting across the nation. However, by the time that it gets to us, we're seeing a tremendous amount of different types of pesticides, chemicals, antibiotics, medications are seeping in.
Because you're peeing them into the urinal, and then they're not filtering out for those things.
For those things, yeah. Even with, the fires around us, a lot of what's been in the air is seeping into groundwater. So not to totally freak you out, but just bring awareness to people. Go, oh, well, our water's fine. What should you be doing in the meantime? There are simple solutions that you can incorporate in. You can grab AquaPure is a really simple over-the-counter water filtration that filters out about 99% of the toxic compounds that we're finding, particularly also not only chlorine, but also fluoride that's in the water that does have an impact on our brain pretty significantly, more of our pineal gland. And then what you guys will see right behind Kat is this is what we're using as a Berkey filter. And it uses gravity to filter out. There's 4 different filters in there. And you could basically take potable water. You could take water from a river or a stream. I actually got this during lockdown, just in case something happened with our water source. And it's portable. And it filters out everything from bacteria. Yeah, that's portable. And it's potable water that you could take from a stream, that you could take from a lake. And it literally will start to filter out everything from bacteria to parasites to toxins to chemicals to antibiotics, hormones. So that's something that we've used. Obviously, reverse osmosis can be really helpful too in terms of getting a clean water source, right? The solution to pollution is dilution, but you want to make sure you're diluting yourself with pure, clean water.
So now, Whole Foods at Whole Foods, if you don't already have filtered water source, Whole Foods has dispensers where you can buy the big 5-gallon jugs and then get the reverse osmosis or even distilled water to use. And distilled you want to use maybe when you're doing a detox, because it doesn't have the mineral contents in it. It's going to pull the minerals out of your body. So you don't really, in my opinion, I don't think you don't want to use distilled water routinely, but maybe when you're just doing a cleanse of some sort. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, so distilled water is great for pulling toxins out, but it also pulls out minerals. So when we've used distilled water, you're alternating between distilled water for 4 ounces and then going into mineral water. So this brings us into the most important step for proper and optimal hydration, which is mineralization. And unfortunately, again, our soils have been depleted of minerals. We're not bathing in natural springs or the oceans anymore because minerals are best absorbed actually through our skin. So one of the ways we can actually do that now to mimic it, if you don't have a natural spring or you're not jumping in the ocean every day, is an Epsom salt bath. Yeah. So you can add in a cup of Epsom salts with a cup of baking soda to be able to get, not only you're getting magnesium, but you're getting some of the sodium in there as well, and sit in the bath for 20 minutes. You can, if you're like, hey, I'm not a bath person, you can also do a foot bath. A foot bath is just as effective, but again, the timing is really important. So the pores are opening up. The body also starts to draw out toxins. and then starts to draw in the magnesium, which I think we talked about a little bit the other day, 600 different enzymatic processes in the body. Really calming, but it also
require magnesium.
Yes, we require magnesium. Yeah. So Epsom salt baths. And then what are some of the other ways we can get minerals in the body? And the importance of minerals. What we've found working with our clients, one of the drivers behind fatigue, two of the biggest drivers are going to be thyroid dysfunction and adrenal dysfunction, as well as obviously dehydration can drive it as well. But two of the biggest undiagnosed, we would say, or misdiagnosed drivers of fatigue have to do with your adrenal health that produces cortisol, which is your energy or your battery pack. And with the majority, how many, with all your clients you test?
Yeah. You test everybody because that's your stress response, is your adrenals. And if that is out, then that regulates everything else. So you really have to address that.
Yeah. So, we'll have people coming to us saying, God, I've just been told that maybe it's just because I'm a mom, or maybe it's because I'm over 40 and that's why I'm feeling the way I am. And we test their adrenals through a urinary test and we see that their cortisol output, they're maybe at 20% of the energy that they should be producing. And the next question is, imagine what you'd feel like. And I want you guys all to ask yourself this question. Imagine what you'd feel like with 80% more vitality, or even 60% vitality. What would you be able to do with that energy? How different would your life and day to day look like? So that's a huge foundational, and one of the signs of adrenal fatigue, outside of just feeling like crap, right? FLC syndrome, hormonal imbalances, sleep imbalances, anxiety, depression, sometimes constipation, right? Definitely some issues on the gut side. Is you're craving salt. You crave salty things. That is kind of end phase. That's really when you're like stage 3 adrenal fatigue, is where you feel like you're thirsty all the time. So one of the reasons that is because we find with people with chronic adrenal fatigue or with adrenal fatigue is that their need for mineralization and their mineral levels have been absolutely depleted. So adding in minerals are going to help with your energy, particularly because it's nourishing your adrenal glands. Minerals also are essential for thyroid function. If you have been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which is autoimmune thyroid, we found that that research has found, particularly if you follow Isabella Wentz, who's the thyroid pharmacist, she's probably one of the most leading specialists and who focus on Hashimoto's, has been going a lot into the need for proper minerals in your diet day to day and the impact it has on helping reverse Hashimoto's and improve it. Same thing with adrenals, because they go hand in hand. You have to address thyroid and adrenals. When we're working with clients, we have people come and go, oh, my thyroid's been tested and it's fine, but I still feel like I'm really tired. Well, they test generally 1 or 2 markers that only provide you with 1 of 26 possible dysfunctional patterns with your thyroid. So all of our clients that we also are working with, we're encouraging them to advocate for themselves to make sure that they're having a full thyroid panel run, and we give them the specific markers to request to get the full picture of really what's going on. So really important on the mineral side, and also and then for digestion, proper mineralization is what actually improves our acid levels in our stomach. And proper acid levels in your stomach are foundational for proper digestion. It's one of the biggest steps that seems to be missed with gut healing programs, and not only missed, but just not addressed. So proper acid is going to allow you to break down B12. B12 is also essential for proper vitality and energy. It is iron,
Iron's
right?
a big deal.
Absorption of iron.
Anemia.
Yeah. And can you tell a little bit just about the impact of anemia on thyroid function?
Yeah, so you need iron to make the thyroid hormones. And so that's one of the biggest overlooked root causes of thyroid issues. And that is we don't have enough iron, but the reason is we don't have enough stomach acid to digest the iron, to extract the iron out of the food. And so, and one of the reasons we don't have enough stomach acid is the minerals, but it's
Mineralization, yeah.
also stress.
Yeah.
Primarily it's stress,
Yeah.
right? And so that's why it's so important, and that's really good that we're actually promoting the bath. Like, take the bath, right? Do things that make you relax. Think about your lifestyle. Are you doing too much on, too much go, go, go? Do you have enough rest and digest in your life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's one of the biggest overlooked root causes of thyroid conditions is anemia.
And in fact, addressing thyroid imbalances, anemia has to be addressed first before we can do
Yeah,
anything with thyroid.
before really anything
Yeah,
in the
it has
body.
to- yeah.
Hydration and anemia.
Yeah, are going to be
Yeah,
really, really,
really
foundational
important.
pieces. So this is, again, some of the things that we work with in our group programs of showing you ways to start improve your hydrochloric acid levels, how to balance them out, and then obviously working on proper mineralization and how to get that in. So we've got some of our favorite ways to get minerals in the body that's not just about salt. Now, salt is really important, and your quality of salt is going to be important. So salt is the first and foremost. As you get into a cleaner eating environment, as you start shifting away from processed foods, as you're not eating out as much, you're eating at home, salt is going to be essential for your cooking. So one of the salts that we like to use is just real salt. It's Himalayan sea salt. And so it's going to be your pink sea salt. You want to be salting your food. And or ancient kosher sea salt, which is great. And Himalayan sea salt is going to be fantastic as well. Pink is gonna be the part that's going to start showing you that has some of the Himalayan side of things, and it's got about 32 essential minerals in it. And then Celtic sea salt, which is gray it's gray, has about 60 to 62 or 64 minerals. So a simple way to get minerals in: a quarter teaspoon in your water every day. Add that in your water. It's going to be a little bit salty. Do that maybe 1 or 2 times a day. And that's not even if you are sweating. This is just day to day, especially if you're eating clean. If you're eating a lot of packaged foods, you're going to be high levels of sodium, but you're missing all of the trace minerals. So even more important to get that in. And then mineral water, right? Mineral water, natural spring water, is going to have a higher mineral content. And when you start getting in higher levels of magnesium, sometimes even some selenium is incredibly nourishing for thyroid. Mm-hmm. That's one of the ways that you'll start seeing, acid levels start to balance out. Your stomach, your digestion starts to improve. Your vitality starts to improve in the body. Another way, simple way to get in minerals can be from bone broth. And these are 2 bone broth over the counter, right? Grocery store bone broths. These are individual packets. I'll bring them a little closer so you guys can see the brand. And this actually tastes fantastic. So when I'm traveling, or if I just need a quick pick-me-up, something warm and nourishing, bone broth comes from bones that have been simmered about 24 hours, and all the minerals and nutrients are absorbed into liquid. And so it's very bioavailable, easily absorbable way to get minerals in and a lot of nourishment. You get some gelatin in here as well, which we talked about yesterday, and collagen. Mm-hmm. The other one's Kettle and Fire. This tastes pretty decent as well. They've got a beef as well as a chicken. And again, you can get both of these. These are at Safeway. So simple ways to get bone broth. Otherwise, on my website, I do have a bone broth recipe. Super easy. You can use an Instapot and do it within an hour. You can do a crock pot and do it in about a couple hours, or you can do it simmering on the stove. And it's an amazing way, nourishing way to get in some minerals and nutrients, particularly if you're sick, right? This is called Jewish penicillin. This is the chicken noodle soup
That's what
that they refer to. It's not Campbell's.
That's why we eat chicken noodle soup or chicken soup when we're sick.
Yes,
right?
it's because of this.
It's
this is how our grandmothers used to make.
Yeah. It also has, did you already point that out? I didn't hear. The key amino acids to help your gut.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
To
So
help the lining of your gut.
Awesome.
So and also what I recommend is don't buy bone broth in plastic. okay? Because the plasticizers in the plastic leach into the fat. So also don't marinate your meat in plastic, because the plasticizers, they're soluble in fat. And so that's going to leach into the fat and you're going to absorb that. Okay.
So,
So buy it in glass
yeah.
or in a safe container.
So if you're local and in the Bay Area, My Sustainable Kitchen, Sharon, she's a local mom in La Miranda. She has a food delivery, amazing meals, as well as homemade bone broth. Three Stone Hearth in Berkeley is another great place to actually get homemade bone broth that you can have delivered to the house. Again, just an amazing immune booster, great for if you are not feeling well, because fasting is actually helps with the healing response in the body. And so it's one way to do fasting, but still get in some nourishment in the body.
And make soups.
Yeah, make soups. See, this is what you use as your base, right? You use this as your base to make soups with us. And it's an amazing way to get your minerals in.
I mean, you can also buy bones at the butcher. You can get your own bones at the butcher shop in at Whole Foods or your grocery store, and also making chicken soup. Right?
Absolutely, with your own bone broth. And then the last two things, or well, actually we have a couple more than two things to share. One would be to actually add in some electrolytes. And this is going to be particularly good for people who are not fond of drinking water. And so it's another way to up your water intake. So with water, this is one of my favorite. Their flavors are amazing. This is habanero, lemon habanero, and it's absolutely delicious. They're paleo, so they're sweetened with monk fruit. The taste is great, and they have really high levels of minerals. You don't get this level of minerals in most of the electrolytes on the market. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 300 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. So electrolytes are one way. I fill up my 40-ounce water bottle. I stick one of these in here, and I will sip this throughout the day. We always get the question, well, how much water should you be drinking? And as a baseline guide is about half your body weight in ounces. Start there.
So if you weigh 100 pounds, drink 50 ounces of water.
Yeah, 50 ounces of water. So I know at least I'll get 40 ounces in. I should be getting at least 60 ounces in, which would be great. But I know at least if I fill this up, I'm 2/3 of the way there. With your electrolytes, you can use these even if you're not a huge, big exerciser. But obviously, if you're exercising and sweating a lot, this is going to be essential.
Yeah.
And a great way, again, if you're feeling under the weather, to incorporate in electrolytes with your day-to-day practice. When we send out the recording today, I'll send a link for these if you want to try them. Quick and easy. You can get a little sample pack really inexpensively, and they are absolutely delicious. And then you want to talk about celery juice, Kat?
So celery juice, if you guys, a lot of you probably have heard of Anthony Williams. He kind of made it famous and made all the stores run out of celery.
He's the medical medium.
Medical medium.
And he wrote about Epstein-Barr virus, which is an underlying cause of chronic fatigue syndrome.
So I love it. I find it really refreshing. You need to drink it on an empty stomach. So without anything else, not mixing it with any other juices. But I just simply, whenever I feel like it, I just make the celery juice, and you have to, the only part is you have to time it when you're not going to eat. And that's the challenging part.
So first thing in the morning with your lemon water would be a really good way to do it. And celery, it has the highest level of cell salts of any food on the planet. So eating celery is a great way to get your minerals in. But when you juice it, you're going to get a higher concentration of the minerals. The celery, you're going to be getting all of the enzymes and all of the fiber. So again, which is great, right?
Really
so, but if you're really just focusing on minerals, juice it, and then also add it in day to day by eating it.
It's really refreshing. So yeah, that's another way to get hydrated is really to eat your hydration. So cucumbers, celery,
watermelon has a really high water content and really alkalizing.
Fruits and vegetables.
So those are great ways to incorporate in. With the celery juice is Usually just even 4 ounces, 4 ounces a day. Some people actually have to start really slow on it because it is antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. And some people have to start slowly because it can kill those things off in the gut and you can have some die-off reactions. So start slowly, incorporate it in. There are some juicing companies that are also selling celery juice because I'll always have people say, I don't have juicer, I don't have time. So that's another way, or otherwise just start eating some celery to get those cell salts in. So great way to do it. And then the last one is ion biome. And this is actually, we ran out of our regular one. This is one for pets. It's by Dr. Zach Bush.
We're not saying that you should drink the pet
It's the
one.
same, actually. It's the same.
Is it?
The pet
Is
is,
it that
yeah,
same?
the pet is the same as the regular.
It just markets it.
There's markets
Yeah.
it differently. So it's basically 60 million year old dirt water. But what the mechanism that it does in the body is it actually allows our body to produce the balanced bacteria or probiotics on its own, which allows our cells to communicate. And with hydration, hydration is what allows electricity, intercellular hydration, to flow through our body. So how essential, we're electrical beings, right? So it is incredibly important for neuronal connectivity, for communication throughout our entire body to ensure that our cells have proper water in them so that the body can actually communicate properly for optimal health.
Yeah. So you need the minerals to get the water in the cell, but you also need the sunlight to charge the water. So when the water is actually inside the cell, it separates, and there's a negative charge that accumulates along the membrane, the inner membrane of the cell. So if you've got the cell membrane, when the water gets in there, it accumulates, it separates in a way that the negative charge, the negative ions of the water accumulate around the inner membrane, and the positive charges are in the center. So that's like a battery. When you have a separation of charge, that's a battery. And when you go out into the sunlight, it charges up that battery. So you really have to make sure you're getting out in the sunlight, not just for vitamin D, but to charge your body up. The sun is really healing. And I think there's a misconception that the sun is damaging, right? We couldn't live without the sun. And that's one of the ways, if you look it up, it's called the fourth phase of water. And that's what happens when the water enters the cell. It actually separates. And so you don't really have H2O. You have the oxygen ions lining the outer membrane, and the protons on the inside.
So just like a plant, you guys, we need sun for so many different functions in the body.
Yeah, so make sure you're getting out there.
So that goes hand in hand with hydration, right? Nature, sunlight, hydration, particularly for all those charge. I love that. I hadn't heard the fourth phase of water before.
Fourth phase of water.
So incredible. So we had, we have a question about what's this brand of, it's LMNT is the brand of electrolytes. We also have some electrolytes both on our websites that we like, which are called Electrolyte Synergy, which tastes really good. It's just a lemon lime, and it's from Designs for Health.
Yeah. So what, Regina, what are you asking? What were the measurements? Measurements of what?
Oh, that was the Epsom salts and something else in the foot bath.
Oh, in the bath? You can put like a cup of Epsom salt.
1 cup?
1 cup.
Epsom salt. And was there something else that you added too?
Yes, baking soda.
Baking soda.
And a cup of baking soda.
Okay.
Great.
So the other thing to make water hydrating easier is just get a water bottle and carry it around with you and make sure you're drinking it. Because if it's out of sight, it's probably out of mind. So if you get this and you're carrying it around, it's more likely you're gonna drink.
And then also in terms of how much water your body can actually bring in and absorb, it's believed around 4 ounces every 30 minutes. That's literally 4 gulps out of a straw every 30 minutes. So if you start doing that, I'm going to take 4 sips every 30 minutes, maybe even initially having a timer on your phone so that you're not constantly and chronically running to the bathroom. That's a sign, 1, that you don't have enough minerals, and 2, that perhaps you're taking in too much water in one sitting. And so when you actually go pee, you are peeing out minerals. So I'll have people go, I'm drinking a gallon of water a day and I'm feeling really dehydrated. It's because they've actually demineralized themselves, right? You see people as triathletes doing, long and or marathons. People can go in and have a mineral level. Go ahead.
Brian, I was trying to tell you I can't talk on the phone because this reception is too bad.
Okay, there we go. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
So minerals, that's one of the reasons people go into heart failure or heart attacks is because of the lack of minerals in the body. So it's that essential for optimal health, and really, really important to make sure that you're incorporating these things in, and you don't have to overly hydrate, right? You just have to have the right compounds to start working on your optimal hydration and see how much better you start to feel in your body. We've got a couple people on Facebook. Thanks, you guys. What is the brand of electrolytes? We just did that. Can you please explain what die-off means? Okay, so we'll do a quick little thing. Die-off is when you start killing off bacteria and or fungus that is excessive, and they give off endotoxins. They give off toxins in the body, which we have going on all the time. But if your body gets flooded with them too quickly, you can start feeling like flu-like symptoms. You can start having headaches or joint pain or feeling lethargic, maybe even feverish. Usually just starting to drink a small amount of celery juice should not do that for you. If you're drinking, again, gallons of it, if you have high levels of bacteria, imbalanced bacteria, levels of bacteria and yeast, it can be problematic. So hopefully that is helpful. Do the seed packets help with this too? Oh, seed packets. Do you want to do detox your seed packets? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, the ones that I,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Do they help? That's a good question. I'm sure they do because they're herbs, and so they're plants, and so they're going to have minerals in them. But they're mainly for detox. Did you try them?
So Regina's talking.
Yeah, I did. I have my 4 cups right here.
Great.
Am I allowed to eat all the seeds?
Yeah.
It's okay. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with eating all of
Like
it.
it?
I do. I filter out the seeds. I'll eat a couple, but I don't know. I don't eat all the seeds. But
No,
yeah,
I like them. I really enjoyed chewing on them. So we were going to talk about that on another day.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's these little packets of, I think it's 4 herbs that a friend of my college roommate, she started a company, Women's Health, and they came up with this product. It's really good. So we'll talk about that. It's called deTOX water. So
yeah, we'll talk about, you want to grab it? You want to grab it?
Okay.
You've got it, yeah. So detox water, it was sent out in one of our promotional emails. So if you guys search through our promotional emails, it's in there, but we can also send that out when we're sending out the name of the electrolytes. There was a question about the filter behind us. It's called the Berkey. It's Berkey, Berkey filter. Or the Aqua Gear is a cheap one, inexpensive one, but it works very effectively. That's like a Brita filter, but filters out about 90%, 99% of the toxic compounds in the bottle. What was the last bottle with the orange label on it? Where do you buy it? So Ion Biome. So this is from Dr. Zach Bush. If you type in Ion Biome, you can find it, and you'll even find it on Amazon as well. But Ion, I-O-N, Biome.
So this is Soopbox. This is the people who do the detox water. And these are what you get. So you get these little packets of
amazing herbs and
seeds here. And you simply soak them overnight in water, and then you dilute it. So like 4 ounces of water, and you dilute it, I think, up to 16 ounces, so that you get 4 cups a day. Okay, and it's still, the seeds soften, and then I like chewing on them. I really like this.
Okay, you guys, so we're gonna wrap this up and then start walking. We'll head over to our living room to start getting into some breath work today. as well as meditation. We do have a couple more questions. What is the company for bone broth? So one is Kettle and Fire. The other one is Lono Life. These are the two that you can get just in a grocery store. Otherwise, it's Three Stone Hearth or My Sustainable Kitchen if you're in the Bay Area. And then the thyroid expert is Dr. Isabella Wentz, W-E-N-T-Z. So we're giving you guys a ton of information. And this is to give you the opportunity to try one or two things. We're not saying try all of them. We're saying try one or two things and see how it lands. But again, this is where we start working usually minimum 90 days with our clients. Most of the time, 6 months to a year on working on all of these foundational practices to start transitioning our habits into our lifestyle as medicine. And so incorporating these things, giving you these quick little hacks with here, try this to help get your mineralization up so that you feel hydrated. So hopefully this is helpful. We're gonna head on over to start our breath work.
Oh, and also we're doing Sunday. That's okay. We can actually show them the house, right? So Sunday, we're opening up, are we doing noon to noon to 2? We're opening up our house. So you can come and we'll do a yoga practice and get together. And if you want to bring a dish to share. We live in Pleasant Hill, sorry. Not Pleasanton. We were living at a friend's house in Pleasant Hill. So we're in Pleasant Hill. And so Sunday, if you'd like to come from 12 to 2, let's get together.
So we'll send that out in a follow-up email as well as post on Facebook so that you guys get the information you need to find out where we are. We'd love to meet you in person and just commune as a community, right? I think all of us will be gathering outside. All of us are really longing for community and wanting to reconnect. So we'll share all this information. We'll share some of the follow-up of what we shared today in an email so that you have it as a resource. Okay, you guys. So we're going to go ahead. If you joined us on Monday, we did a little bit of breath work. And so today we're going to do about 20 minutes of 15 minutes of breath work and then drop into a grounding meditation to really allow you to start feeling the benefit of this breath work. So if you did not join us before, the breath work we're going to be doing is something that is called breath work for a reason, because you have to work at this. And you're taking the level of intensity a little bit higher, but you are the one in control of your breath. So at any point in time, if you feel like you need to slow down, if you feel like you need to just pause for a moment, you are welcome to do so. But I encourage you to allow the breath to start moving, whatever it is that needs to be moved through your body, whether it's more oxygen, whether it's stagnant or stuck emotions, because emotions get stored in the body and that's part of what can drive pain and disease. And breath actually starts to move the stagnation through our body. So you may have emotions come up without thoughts attached to them, completely natural, and allow, if you feel that you're in a safe space, to do so. Whether you feel like you're lightheaded, you might feel really tingly and airy. You may actually start to cramp. It's called tetany. Your fingers come into lobster claws, or your feet do. That is completely natural. They won't stay there permanently. Just continue to breathe and it shall pass, or you can slow down as well. So the benefits of this are vast, but really I just want to jump into it so you actually get to experience how your body can feel. So we're gonna first just connect in with and ground down just a little bit. And then we'll roll into the breath work, followed with a little bit of a meditation. So the breath work that we're going to start with, the first inhale, and this is the beginner version. So we're working on expanding and opening the diaphragm, expanding and opening the chest. Most of us haven't experienced true breath. Most of us, and I know speaking for myself, right, that we're breathing very shallow. Particularly women like to hold their bellies in, not allow your diaphragm to expand. So really working on opening. This is what this beginner breath is. Eventually you'll be doing this in inhale, exhale, where you're able to expand both the diaphragm and the chest and do it a little bit more quickly. So this is the beginner version. I hope you guys enjoy this. So the breath is you're going to purse your lips like you've got a big straw. You fill up, bring your hand to your belly, and you're gonna breathe in about halfway. And then open the mouth and expand the lungs, and then exhale. Fill up the belly, chest, exhale. Fill up the belly, chest, exhale. Okay, so that's what the rhythm's gonna feel a little bit like. We may pick up the pace a little bit. And we're gonna be doing this lying down. So you don't wanna be doing this operating a car or in a bathtub because you can get lightheaded, or even sitting up or standing up. So we'll go ahead and do this lying down. Go ahead and get comfortable. I would also encourage you to grab a blanket because your body temperature starts to drop a little bit, which can be really helpful just so that you're comfortable and not focusing on how freezing you are. So we're gonna start by lying down, getting comfortable. Cozy blanket. Ideally, head is gonna be flat. If you can lay flat with your head on the floor, that's great. If you can't, put a small pillow under your head, but you want your neck as neutral as possible. And I want you to start to actually just breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. I want you to breathe in as you breathe in, just feel everything expand. And as you breathe out, release and let go. Knowing that you're safe and you're supported, you're held above ground. Breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Start to envision beautiful roots growing from the base of your spine. And these roots are golden in color. They start to drop down beneath the floor beneath you, down into the earth beneath you. Feeling the different layers of the earth, the coolness of the soil, the ground. Even as you're passing rocks and roots. Feel what it feels like to drop way down into the center of the earth. Wrapping these roots around a beautiful piece of metal like copper, gold, or a beautiful crystal. Continue to breathe as we do this. Can you guys hear Carrie okay?
Yes, we can.
All right, great, thank you. Continue to breathe as much as you can. Continue to drop your roots deep into the earth. And then as you inhale, envision drawing up this beautiful, harmonizing, balancing energy. An energy that is reminiscent of one of your favorite places to visit. Maybe a beach somewhere, a mountaintop, an ocean stream, a mountain stream, or a high mountain lake. Draw that energy in. And as you exhale, I invite you to release any heaviness you have in your body. Just allow it to melt down those roots like molasses. Any overwhelm, any anxiety, Continue to breathe. Just allow it to drop down. Give it to the earth. That one. And as you inhale that beautiful energy, the feeling you have in your favorite place outdoors. Knowing that you have access to this channel at any point in time during your day. Dropping your roots. Inhaling harmony and balance. Feeling of gratitude and awe that you have in this beautiful location. I call it my joy spot or happy place. And then releasing and melting down any weight. Seeing it, feeling it just melt down into the earth beneath you. Feeling very grounded and supported beneath us. And we'll start to roll into our breath work. We're going to do 3 rounds of about 30 breaths. Don't worry about counting, just focus on expanding. Focus on breathing in and bringing as much air into the body, filling yourself up as possible. The exhale is just a natural release, not forced. So fill up the belly, fill up the chest, exhale. Belly, 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 chest, exhale. Keep going. Belly, chest, exhale. 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 Draw in as much as you can. Exhale. Belly, chest, 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 exhale. Last breath, belly, chest, exhale out all your breath. Hold and retain on the bottom. If you have high blood pressure, do not hold, breathe naturally. Try to soften, give the weight to the earth beneath you. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your tongue, the front of your throat, your shoulders. Are you holding yourself above ground? Or can you soften? Take a deep inhale in, hold and retain. This is one of the exercises that improves your lung capacity, your ability to breathe more deeply, to go deeper, to super oxygenate the body and the brain. And release. Go right into round 2. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. belly, chest, exhale, 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 belly, chest, exhale. You're doing amazing. Belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale. Last breath, belly, chest, exhale out all of your breath. Hold and retain. If you need to breathe sooner than I tell you to release, please go ahead and do so. You may get into a little breath hunger. Know that you are safe. Where can you soften? Notice the mind. Is there space? Softening. Slowing down. We're at 30 seconds. We're going to hold for another 30. Soften the jaw, the tongue, back of the throat, front of the throat, ears, the muscles of the skull. Take a deep inhale in. Hold and retain. The more rounds you do, the easier this breath retention becomes, the longer you can hold with ease. And the benefits vast. Soften the shoulders. You may feel tingling, lightheaded. Head may feel foggier in the clouds. It's the body's getting into releasing more oxygen, creating more carbon dioxide so the oxygen can be liberated. 10 more seconds. And release. Go right into your next round. This time, we're going to close the mouth and try to draw in through the nose. Now, if you can't draw in through the nose, you can just breathe in through the mouth. It's just a 2-round breath. So we're inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep the hand on the belly to ensure that you can get into the diaphragm as well as to the chest. The pace is a little faster this time. If you need to slow down, you're welcome to. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. It's an active inhale. Inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Deep, deep inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. You're doing amazing. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Breathe in and out, 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 in and out. 3 more. In and out, in and out. Last breath. Breathe in and out. Exhale all your breath. Hold and retain. Soften into the tension. Soften in the uncomfortability. It's new. Stay connected to your roots. Allowing the heaviness to drop down into the earth. And even as we hold, feeling the energy exchange. As you draw up harmony, balance, peace. In that beautiful location. Deep inhale in. Hold and retain. Can you soften? Where can you let go? Where can you allow? You need to breathe sooner, you may. We've got 10 seconds to go. And release. Start to breathe naturally in and out through the nose. Feel and notice. Notice the sensations in your physical body. Do you feel energy pulsing through every cell of your being? Allowing your cells to communicate freely. Notice the space between your thoughts. Now connect back in with those beautiful golden roots. Set your intention to draw up this beautiful harmonic energy from the earth beneath you. Draw it up and allow it to fill your entire being. Allow it to come into your heart. Feel it be met with unconditional love, grace. Feel the back of your heart. Connect in with a profound feeling of love and gratitude. Feel what that feels like in your being. Feel the energy that resides there, that radiates from there. Allow this energy to start to radiate throughout every cell of your body, from your tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Allow it to radiate outwards, filling the space around you. Filling your home. Radiating from your heart. Expanding outward. Let's breathe into this space. Allowing this feeling to radiate outward. A bright, bright sun. You can gently brush your thumb over each one of your fingertips. Gently roll over onto your side. Cradle your head. And just pause here. Taking a moment of gratitude and thanks for your exquisite human body. For all that it does for you each and every day. For your health, your vitality, your strength, your balance, and your wisdom. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Take a deep inhale in. Open the mouth, release, let go. One more deep inhale in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Gently press yourself to a seat. Slowly giving yourself time to come to a seated position. Bring your palms to your thighs. Rubbing your thighs gently. Bring your hand palms together. Give it a little heat. Your left hand to your heart, your right hand on top. Sending some unconditional love and light to each one of you in this community. For those that are on and those that are joining us virtually later on, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending each one of you a warm embrace. So much love and gratitude. And bringing your thumbs to your brow. Giving gratitude and thanks to our connection to something greater, our connection to our own North Star and our knowing. And we bow in gratitude. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Would love to, those of you who need to hop off, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is at 6 a.m., so bright and early. So make sure you set your alarm and join us. Otherwise, we'll be happy to have you guys join us virtually. And we'll be sending, I would love, for those of you who want to stay on and unmute yourselves, I would love to hear how that experience was for you. If for some of you, if this was brand new, it can be, it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to, but feel free to share your experience. We have someone saying, wow, 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 amazing. No words at this moment, more soon. Vows of love and gratitude. Awesome.
So also again, Sunday, 12 to 2 at our here, our house here in Pleasant Hill.
So we'll send, we're gonna create an event, so you can reply there if you're coming. We'll also have directions on how to get here and we'll have a practice and time to commune. All right, thanks you guys so much. Thank you, thank you.
Bye. Good to see you
Bye.
all.